Hello, my dear Cancer. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between July 25th to July 31st, 2016 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can contact me at my email, queenofcupstarot@outlook.com. You will find my email also in the description box below the video. I have shuffled your cards for a while, but I will go on shuffling them in front of the camera so you see my technique. I have called the Divine with love and light. I have called the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. And I have called the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit and ether, to be here and guide us today. And to give us a clear view reading about Cancer's love life. I want my dear Cancer viewers to be guided towards loving relationship, towards creative success, and towards their highest part regarding their spiritual awakening. So, Cancer, a clear view reading for Cancer. The last week of July 2016. Clear viewed reading, easy to understand, with great advice for Cancer regarding love, creativity and spirituality. Or my lack of technique, maybe. Card is jumping. Thank you. Tune in for a little bit. So, this is your past, this is the foundation to your now. And here is your now, this last week of July, and here is the future. The first card I have for you, it's the Moon card. So, it's the Cancer card, actually. So, Moon is about emotions, deep felt emotions, deep down inside, how you are affected from your subconscious. Your subconscious is a place where you store everything in your life, everything that you have been through, every word anyone has said to you, every color you have looked at, every book you have read, every movie you have seen, whatever you have been through, it's stored in the subconscious. And here in the subconscious, we also have our common subconscious that we share with other people, and that's our symbols and beliefs, and also our common memories about what has been. So when you are affected from things from the subconscious, you are not always aware of what it is all about, and maybe you don't have to. You just have to stay with it and be with it and release it, because sometimes it's not even your emotions. In this time we're in right now, we are deliberating emotions and karma from several generations back, maybe so far back as several thousand years, maybe even several thousand generations, that is going to be released in our now, in the time that we are in now. There's a great job, but it's not a really hard one, not from a universal perspective. It's hard because you are going to go through a lot of things, a lot of karmic stuff that you have been stuck in, or your parents have been stuck in. Whatever, it's still affecting you in some way. It's the social inheritance through our subconscious and through our cells and our DNA. And this is now going to be like a big cleaning out of this. so we won't go around having other people's luggage in our lives. We are going to have instant karma in the future. We're going to have much more responsibility for what we are doing, and it's going to affect us rather quick as in our now. But as it has been, we have been carrying around karma from our parents, their parents, and very far back, and also from our past lives. And this is supposed to change now. This is supposed to shift, and Cancer is really in tune with this business. And every little bit of energy that you release by doing the practice of staying with your emotions, staying in tune with yourself, staying in tune with everything that happens, is releasing karma for you, for people around you, for the people in your closest circle, but also your extended family and everyone around you. And you are releasing this also from the one that's no longer here in your past lineage, and you are releasing them for they who are coming, like your children and your siblings' children and so on. So this is a really great work, and it's like you have to read 1,000 of letters and you don't even know who has sent them, and you don't even know what they are about. You can just feel the feelings from the letters, the sadness, the happiness, the longing, everything. And so just stay with it when it comes, because you are going to release so much from so many generations, and you will even help the people around you to solve things. And it could take many years, not like you have already done this for quite a while, and you will be doing this for some years to come as well. But this is like it's peaking now, and for you, Cancer, you have been really emotional during this Cancering month that we have just left, and so you're really in tune with the subconscious, and a big part of what's happening is put onto you to release this kind of emotion, because you are the closest to the subconscious. You are there, you can already feel it, so it comes to you first and you will be able to release it. So remember that every feeling isn't for you right now. It can be for you as when for 10 years ago. It can be from your grandmother, it can be from your father, it can be from your siblings, and also you can help your children, but they are usually way ahead of you. So remember this, and don't try to find like a cause for your pain and your troubles and your worries in your now, because there may not be any. So you will only create disturbance in your life if you are trying to figure out why you are so sad, or why you are feeling so emotional, or why you are feeling like you are longing for something, or whatever will happen to you. Just stay with it and be in tune with it. And if you really want, you can ask to be informed about what's happening and why. And maybe this will come to you through some synchronicity, so you can find out. But mostly it will just pass through you and be released into the light, because it has been kept in the shadow of the subconscious for quite some time. The next card I have for you is Five of Wands, and this is different energies striving towards different direction, and this has been humanity for quite some time. We have not been united through our energy. We have been fighting towards each other. The relationships to begin between people haven't really worked. We have all been striving to different goals, and this have made us like split. And we are also split in our personality, because we have like our mind is telling us one thing, our heart is telling us another thing, and our conscious yet another thing, and our moral and culture beliefs yet another thing. So humanity is split, and that's why we have to do this work, to read all those letters, because there's going to be unity, and we are going to unite as one. and not in a scary, freaky way, but more like we are going to be more in line with each other and understand each other better, and we are not going to have this kind of petty arguments or warfare in the future. The next card I have for you is Four of Cups. So you're asking, when will this come? And my answer is, I don't know. I only know what's happening right now. Usually with tarot, it's like this. You can have some hints from the future, but mostly it's all about what's happening now, because everything is like a butterfly effect, and nothing will be, if we are not doing the job, then nothing will happen. But this is the plan, at least that you will be released from your karma and you will move on. And this is you wondering how you will finally find yourself being at home and not having to be in those petty arguments all the time. And as I said, I don't know, but you can just stay with this and be with this, and whenever you feel like you don't belong or you don't have that special someone that can guide you through, you need to go to your source and stay there, because in the source we are all connected, and this is what this hand is showing. It's the source. It points to the source. We are all united to through the subconscious of the humanity, but also through just being here and being in our bodies and having a spirit. So in a relationship, I would say that there have been some deep feelings that you have been had to go through, and you may have argued with the people around you because maybe you didn't know why you felt like you did, and maybe you accused people in your surrounding about those feelings, and but you have done like a spring cleaning, and it was necessary. It needed to come up, and maybe now you're in a mood where you would like people to be more getting along. You would like to get along better with the one that you may have had a quarrel with, and I think this will come in due time. You need to find harmony in your source first. So the next card I have for you is Three of Cups. So this is great. This is your source, and you see the energy. It's starting to flow, but there's still a big amount of people there. Maybe your relatives, female lineage way back into the darkness, where we don't remember even their lives anymore, and maybe their tombstones are gone. But it's like Three of Cups. It's like where we can find common ground, and where we can find that we are not alone, and it's deep in our source. But in a relationship, I would say that you can have a really nice relationship right now. When you have gone through this, things will heal, and people will say they're sorry, and you will rejoice and be happy again. So that's good. But with the Gilded Tarot, has a bit of a more dark meaning to the card, because in other decks the Three of Cups is really harmonious. It's really about having like really delicious feelings, unique with just a few people, maybe your spouse and your children, or some really close friends, where you really can be yourself, be in your source. This is the common interpretation of this card. But in this Gilded Tarot, it has a bit of a more dark meaning, with people being addicted to certain substances because they want to avoid their source, because they want to avoid their subconscious. The Moon card, they don't want to go there. They don't want to pass through all those fearful things in the Moon, because you have to do this first. You have to pass through there before you can come to your nice yummy place of your source, because there's so many things in the way. There's so many things in the shadows that's screaming to you, attention, attention please, because all they want, those nightmare monsters and the pain and aches in your subconscious, they want your attention. because you are God in your own universe. In your body, you are God. You are the one they are praying to. And if you are pretending like nothing, they will go on crying and they will go on being in suffering. But if you are turning your attention to your body, to your cells, and enlighten them with your conscious being there, you will find your source. But the way there is through the netherworld, the subconscious, past those dogs and past different kind of fears in your subconscious. So this could be like, I don't want to be in my fears, I don't want to feel this inner conflict, I don't want to feel alone, so I avoid this with partying, dancing, drinking, overeating, eating candies, eating different kind of medications that's supposed to make you happy, and so on and so forth, just to avoid that feeling. Because you see they are dancing like above here, but she has sticked her foot down in the water anyway, so that's good. The next card for the now is Two of Wands. So it's like you can choose between two different roads, and you see it's like a challenge. It's like the challenge of the moon. You have to choose wisely. You have to decide where to go and not take this choice out of fear, but out of from your inner source, from what you really believe in. There's no compromises anymore. We can't compromise ourselves regarding job, relationships, family, future, so on, because we are going to get more and more pure ourselves. And when we are our pure, strong soul, we can't compromise ourselves. We won't stand underneath governments and work and different things that's not in tune with ourselves. We are going to have to choose the way for our source, our soul, the way that we really feel in tune with. Nothing else will do, because this will only cause us exhaustion and misery. This can also be like in a relationship. It could be two people not speaking to each other, and you have to choose to go down their road and try to make amends, or go down your own road. But it can also be to have to choose between two people, two line of work, two different futures. This card is like sliding doors, so it's always like a break before this happens. It's like a pause. It's like nothing happens for a while, and you can feel a bit anxious about that, but it's because this this decision is so important. So before you can make it, you need to know what you want. You need to know what you want to ask for, what kind of future you want to have. So that's why there's always like a pause before things move on with this card, because you have to make this important decision and you need to make it right, because then it's sliding doors. Things are happening. They are not going in the same. If you go down this road, it's totally different from going down that road. So it's really important that you choose really well. And sometimes it's hard because you don't know the future, so you don't know what's the consequences of your actions. But you need to listen to your moon, the subconscious, to know how to choose. So the next card I have for you is Page of Swords. Page of Swords is a mental energy. It's air. It's really swift, and it's really in this card it's really cautious, a bit cautious kind of energy. In other decks it could be more of a rebellic energy, but here it's more like cautious and a bit suspicious. So you can feel like this right now. You can feel like you're not really trusting other people, especially since you have the Five of Wands here and Two of Wands. You can feel like you're a bit isolated from others, and that you feel like no one knows you, no one understands you, no one knows the true you. And with the Page of Swords, it's she's a bit hurt, or he's a bit hurt, because past experience, in spite of the fact that this person is so young, they have been through a lot of stuff that have come down, that have made them use their mind more than others, because they try to interpret the future, they try to understand the future, so they won't have to go through that pain again. They are trying to see the patterns desperately, to see the pattern so they can avoid to make the same mistakes again with the same people in the same place. So they are a bit cautious and they are a bit judgmental, and they are trying to be like see through you, to understand you. And so it's a bit of a spying quality, a bit of a trying to see through people and through their lies. And so they don't really trust people that deeply. But the air energy itself, it's no problem with air. Air is swift. Air is like what cleans out our earth after spring and during the fall. And it's really like windy then, and it's like a cleaning, it's like exchange, it's like really swift. So it's really a nice energy normally. But when humans use air, we use it to predict the future in a way that was not maybe intended. We were supposed to live here and now and not be smart and try to predict the future. We are merely like, we are supposed to be here and now and take decisions without knowing the course of our action, what will happen if we take a certain action. So we need to be brave to live here in 3D. It's really like a place for brave people, and bravery is needed, and to be like a bit relaxed and not being so anxious, because you can find strength in your source. So whatever will happen, you won't be so affected, because you can always rest in your source, and your thoughts are the one that hurts you maybe the most. But here we have the Three of Pentacles. So I think a discussion could be of order, a really like discussion out in the open about things, and to really tell how you felt with this quarrel, and how you want to work with people in the future, that you want maybe more closeness, or you want to do things in a certain way that wouldn't cause you so much stress and disbelief. But Three of Pentacles is a really great card, and you see the face of the man here. He's really relaxed. So this could be you and another person, or another person and then you, that's trying to make this work in spite of the fact that this person is a bit suspicious, and so they are still trying to speak really openly together. And maybe it's also about health issues, because the Three of Pentacles is a great card for solving health issues and finding out what's wrong and doing something about it. And she especially, she can really map through her body and see where their health issues may be. So be mindful of your body and stay in here now, and be also mindful of your thoughts, what you think, and try to be really present in the moment, especially if you are going to talk something true with a person that you have been not really seeing eye to eye with. Try to not interpret what they say or put words in their mouth. Really stay and listen to what they're really saying. Maybe it's better than you thought, or maybe it's worse. You really need to be focused. It's not about interpret things in your mind. It's about listening and staying present. That's what's going to help you with your future, not thinking ahead. The next card I have for you is Six of Swords. So this is healing, and it's great. You are taking the things that you have been through, you put them like into your system, and you're digesting them, and they are going to be a part of you. So you will know this knowledge right now. It will be in tune with you. It will be you. So it's like a process when you are making those things that you have gone through to be a part of you. And that's why we're here, really, this journey. And you're deeply in tune with the moon here, and the waters and the stars, and it looks really harmonious. It's still like this feeling of being a bit alone and not having exactly what you want, but she has turned around now, and she's facing the future. So she has a goal. She knows what she wants. Here it's like she has lost her goal and doesn't know anymore what's up and down and what's right and wrong. It's really confused. So the next card I have for you is Ace of Wands. So it's a new beginning happening. And you see, it's almost regressing. It was 2 in the beginning, but there's 1. But this is better because this could be unity. This could be also a totally new beginning. And it could be that you have chosen, that you know now where to go and how to do this. And it could be like inspiration from the above as well. So listen deeply to what's happening inside of you, because if you feel like an urge to do something is like blooming and bubbling a bit inside of you, go and do the thing that the urge says, if it's not hurting anyone else, that is, and do this and see the effect of it, because just this little thing that you're doing, listening to your inner inspiration, will set loose abundance of creative energy, and you can totally rearrange your life, because the Ace of Wands is a really strong, powerful card about change, about maturity, about taking a new road, about maybe starting something really new and really prosperous. So this is a great card for the future. But of course it can also be like anger and things like this, but we will see. Maybe those two people not speaking to each other will have a really fiery quarrel, but this will anyway lead to something new and something better, maybe for those two, if they are able to stay in there now and really to tell what they were supposed to tell each other, and what they really felt, and the truth, and not projections. So, and the next card I have for you, it's a 9 of Swords, and it comes underneath the 5 of Wands and the Page of Swords. So this is your suspicious mind working at night, making you fearful of what will happen, and you fearful of your future. You have learned from past experience to be mindful of what's happening around you and try to interpret the future. And now you are trying here with the 9 of Swords to see what's going to happen. And you are making up pictures in your head that's not really nice, and maybe never will be. So I would urge you to try to stay in this this pure air, and try to make her be not so suspicious. Try to make her be purificate her by being just staying with your mind, and not every time it runs off and tells you something really bad about the future or something really great. You can do this either way, but if you think great things, it could be like daydreaming, but sometimes this can make you into a state of anticipation, and it will go back to giving you 9 of Swords in the end anyways. So, but if you can like dream of the future and then let it go, that's fine, because then you will like manifest it, if you can dream about it and then be not so attached. But here it's more like if you stay with your thoughts, you are thinking something bad about the future, and then you say, okay, thank you for the information, and now be gone. And then you stay with your body until next thought comes, maybe it's the same, and you say, thank you for the information, and now be gone. And then you stay with your body again, and you do this exercise again and again and again. And finally, the 9 of Swords won't be there anymore. You are not going to think heavy thoughts about yourself, your abilities, your future, what other people think of you, what they thought of you when you said that, and so on and so on. This is like a tape recorder, a broken tape recorder in your mind, and it's only hurting you, and it's not saving you from a bad future, it's creating one. The next card I have for you is 9 of Wands, and this is Sagittarius energy, so it works really well with the Ace of Wands here. If you had only those two, I would maybe be feared that you were going to burn, to work yourself to the bones. But you have this together with the 9 of Swords, so it's 2 9s. It's time to take control of both your mind and your willpower now. You need to make a direction for yourself, and to go there where you are supposed to be going. You're going to know in your heart. You need to find your heart. You need to find your source. and there's you're going to have the answers, because you're almost there. It's like you're almost there. But Nine of Wands, it's you're tired. You're tired, but mostly from overthinking about things that may or may not happen. You should be more mindful of your now and stay in your now. But this is you anyway. You are really trying really hard to be a better person and to try your best and be a good citizens and everything. But you're tired now from all this thinking and not having exactly what you want, trying to get it, and then being really tired from working so hard towards the goal that you see. So the next card I have for you is Two of Swords. So there's a kind of a challenge. You feel like maybe you are stuck between a rock, and a hard place. And this is because the mind is schizophrenic in some way. It's like it wants that, but it also wants that. It wants to do that, but it also wants to do that. And you have this two as well. So they are matching up really well. But so you need to find your truth, the truth within you, within your source here, with the Three of Cups, Six of Swords, and here the Two of Swords. The truth within you, and follow it regardless of what's happening outside of you, because you can only follow your own intuition. You can't follow others. And if you're stuck in like culture beliefs or beliefs about how you were supposed to do, or what you were supposed to do in the future, or things like this, you are going to get stuck and not move on at all. This is like a challenge. It's a challenge, and you have to do something brave, and you have to do something new, and you have to stop thinking and just do it. Do something that is courageous and make your heart really bounce in your body, and that you know will make like a big difference. You have to get the energies moving, and you have to start to create your future in a better way, and not through those heavy thoughts that you have. So within a relationship, I see healing, and I see that you are going to talk to each other, but maybe there is going to be a bit too much fire in this talk, and too much heavy energies with heavy thinking and heavy expectation for the future. So maybe it won't lead to so much peace. This could actually mean peace, but it's more peace on a level where you have like compromised yourself in a bad way, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to compromise yourself, not in a bad way. Sometimes you can compromise yourself and say, okay, I know what you mean, if you truly know what they are meaning, and you can see their point of view. That's really wonderful when you can do that. But this is like you're blind to maybe their point of view or your own point of view. You need to figure this out. Which is it? So I will take quick cards for you from the from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Let's see. For Cancer. So the first card I have is Shadow Queen. It's about acquiring knowledge, insecurity, and manipulation. So it works really well with the moon here, going through your shadows, and Page of Swords, trying to interpret the future and trying to find out how people are going to react and what they are going to do, and if they are going to hurt you and so on. But the answer is neither. The answer is to stay in the moon, in the subconscious, with your mind. This is your mind, your attention span, how you can stay. This is your attention, and you need to have it this is your forest, your subconscious, and you need to have it here and search this unknown land and to find things there and then light them. This is your job. Then we have the web weaver, and this is synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. So it's like we're all connected, as I said in the beginning. And when you are doing something, some shadow work for yourself here, you're also helping a lot of people, a lot of people. This is the web weaver. It's the web of creation where we all live. And when you help yourself and you're releasing shadows in yourself, you're also helping those around you. And that is included a love partner, a romantic partner, but everyone around you, you're helping. And so this that what they say, that you can't change others, only yourself, it's really true. And if you can change yourself, others will change, because you will act to them differently, and you won't act from your shadow anymore, from your projections, from your beliefs, from your suspicions, from your fears. You will act from the true you, from the true source of the web weaver. And then there can be sacred unions when you don't act from your projections anymore, and when you are in your source and you have learned who you are and find out, and you have looked at every shadow and hugged it, and you have seen every little bit of monster you have down there, and you have asked them, what's your problem? What do I need to do? How can I help you? And when all the monsters have been telling you what their worst nightmare is, you can go on and be like whole, and you have found your source, the way to your source, and then you can have like much more harmonious relationship on the outside as well, not only with all those people inside of you that have different point of view of things. So this looks really well for you, Cancer. There's a bit of thing to work on, but it will work out just fine. So, past life oracle cards. Oops. Okay. Try to blend them a little bit. I'm allowed. No. Okay. Okay. I just see if one card. Okay. Oh. No. Sorry. Okay, thank you. One card only. One card in time is better. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So, 3 cards for my dear Cancer viewers. Let's see here what we have. Oops. Okay, so health. To going to your subconscious, you will heal, and this is lovely. This is healing on DNA level, because you know what I told you about DNA. Everything is stored there from your parents, from everything, and this is going to heal now. So this is great. Healing. And it's something you have promised to do in this lifetime. It's something you have promised to do, and this is like your assignment now, to do this work, this internal work, and to really shine through every bit of your subconscious here with this light. And the next card is farm. So this is creativity, this is life force, this is union, this is working together with other people in harmony, like we are supposed to do in the future. And you are longing to this state, and we are going to get there. We are not just there now, but you can fix this in your internal world first, and then the external world will follow. So, okay, that was all for today, dear Cancer. I will try to show you the cards here. There's a bit of a sun flare. It's really sunny outside. So this is your spread, and thank you so much for watching, subscribing, liking my videos, commenting. It's really lovely, and I'm really in awe how hard you work to make your lives better. And if you would like to contact me for a personal reading, you will find my email also in the description box below. So have a really nice week, and I hope to see you again next week. Okay, bye bye.